Aloha, and welcome to Into the Shadows, Episode 3, with DB and BJ.
That's me, of course. Welcome back.
He's not who he says he is, guys. Don't trust him. Anyway.
I'm being bullied over here.
So, thank you for coming back and listening to us ramble on a bunch of shit again.
And make fun of the news again.
The news is depressing me. We might step away from the news and use other stories next week. Guess you'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so just a quick little thing. Episodes will be going out each Tuesday as we go forward because life got in the way. So episode 2, at the time of recording, episode 2 only went out last night. So if you haven't seen it already, please give it a listen. Check out both our YouTube channels or Instagrams. And I mean, what else is there to say? We've got another fantastic episode coming up. We've got a discussion.
Our special guest, too. We have a special guest, too.
We do have a special guest at the end of this week's episode. We have 2 weird-ass stories coming up for you from the news. Very recent stories at the time of recording. They were only published like during the night, so we also have got Post of the Week making its grand return. Not that it ever went anywhere, but... And you've also got the best bit of the podcast, us talking about our week for 10 minutes straight. We don't aim for it to be 10 minutes straight, but it happens. It's happened twice now. Guess we gotta make a habit of it. But
yeah,
without further ado, let's get into this week's podcast. This podcast will include some strong language, and if you're a younger viewer, viewer discretion and parental guidance is advised. So, BJ, after laughing at me failing to speak my own language, how was your week?
My week has been pretty good and productive. I finally got around to start editing scene 7 of my filler episode. And I just need to edit some lines, and then I can get to edit scene 8, 9, 10, and the post-credit scene. And those aren't that long, so they should be done within the next week, 2 weeks maybe. I don't know. And I think it was yesterday that, was it? Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday, was it? I was just, I arrived in my lounge. I just sat down and stuff, doing my own thing. I think I was watching Attack on Titan. And then, out of nowhere, someone started laughing like a goddamn horse.
Nay.
How do you even laugh as a horse?
Nay. I don't believe this is true. Nay. You're a liar.
What? No, I'm not. I did not know what was going on, what caused the horse laugh. But I didn't know.
Are you sure you weren't on a farm?
No, I'm not working on a farm.
Okay.
I did not know how to even laugh like a horse.
Hold on. I have a solution to that. Hello, Google. Damn it. Hey, Google. How do you laugh like a horse?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Google
But I
doesn't
found something similar. Do you want to know how a horse laughs?
Sure, why not?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Please tell me how a horse laughs. Oh, even Google doesn't know the answer to the question. Special guest, Google. 2 special guests in 1 episode? We must be getting somewhere. 14 views. However, stepping away from laughing horses, I don't think he's ready to leave it, guys. I don't think he's ready to move on. I think he's still traumatized. You good?
Yeah, I think so.
Guys, kill the laughing horses. He's over it. We don't need them anymore. Sorry, I was just telling my assistant to get rid of the horses. So apart from laughing horses and Attack on Titan, how was and editing, of course. Anything else you've been up to?
Well, for Hunterverse, I have been considering how a bit of the final arc. I got the Shadowhunters arc. I got writing. I'm gonna delete the scripts because of our little project, and then I can start writing that arc. I don't know how many arcs I will have, but
that little
the
project.
final arc,
We need to start actually doing something for that little project.
yeah, we do.
Yeah. 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 You were saying?
Yeah, apart from that, I was thinking of how I have already told you how I kind of want to turn Hunter into sort of a villain.
No, you have.
And
I don't remember this. I might have been drunk when you told me, but exclusive scoop right here, guys.
Yes.
The hero of the Hunterverse is becoming an evil dickhead. Sorry, he's becoming evil, not a dickhead. Yeah. Most evil people are, though.
Yeah, Voldemort might be the biggest dickhead out of them all.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm pretty intrigued by what you've got planned. Also, stay tuned. Our little project, BJ's little project is involving me in a drastic way. Stick around. We're not going to tell you anything right now, so there's no point in you, waiting for answers, but...
Yeah.
Follow us on Insta.
You will get answers.
You will get answers.
If you follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, this is not us trying to get more followers or anything. This is actually us helping you guys get more answers.
Yes.
Anything else you've endured this week that you want to talk about?
No, not really. Just the usual.
Work, eat, sleep, repeat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel that. So, don't worry guys, before anyone gets worried, my week has been pretty boring. Not a lot's happened. I worked, I slept, I ate, it's the same vicious cycle. That's a lie. I did have the day off on Saturday. I wasn't working. I went to town with a few friends. To clarify, we went to town. We did not, because I know some people use that as a phrase of, we went to town on each other. Absolutely not. I went to the Lego store. I didn't actually buy much. Surprise. I was very surprised with myself. I got the Miles Morales versus Morbius car set. Yeah, it's Morbin time, guys. I'm
planning on getting that set eventually, just because of the car. It's cool.
Yeah, the car's the best part of the set. I hate to break it, but it is. I prefer it to the minifigs for once. Normally it's the other way around for me. I prefer the minifigs, but not this time. I'm still baffled though. Why does Spider-Man need a car? Why does Spidey need a car? He does the web swinging and the... Anyway. Lego knew what they were doing. Zeal's just messaged me and completely thrown me. I just forgot what I was talking about. I also went to the geek store, as I call it. I got one comic book, a novelization of a comic book, 2 Funko Pops. Yeah. And then I went on this fucking march for gay rights. I should have went to the store first, but after, because it was... I didn't enjoy carrying 2 bags of merch around with me, because everyone was looking at me and it was awkward as fuck. But those comic books, I got the modernized 2015 version, I think, of the Secret Wars comic from Marvel, of course. I also got a novelization of the first Civil War comic, which I haven't read yet. I've read the actual comic book, but not for a while. I also... Now the 2 Funko Pops I got the Scarlet Witch. I'm pissed off because the box told me she glows in the dark. Her power bit things, they glow in the bullshit.
Damn.
Absolute bullshit. I put her in my office. I placed her on the shelf in my office next to Ninjago City Gardens and the Golden Ninja that I've collected, which is only 4, but
I got only 1.
I might link the others. Also,
that's gonna be quite expensive.
Yeah, I just realised what I said. I'm probably not gonna do that. So my office, there's one light, my lamp, which I use for filming. When that's not on, there's no light, absolute darkness. I mean, it's a fucking cupboard, of course it is. It's a closet. Hey, DB's still in the closet. Absolutely no light. The bitch just didn't glow. I was annoyed. However, on the other hand, I did get the cutest baby Groot Funko Pop ever. He's in a little onesie. So fucking adorable, man. And I've actually hid baby Groot behind my Grogu, and so far, none of my family members have noticed. So, I'm off the hook. I've also been planning some big changes to the scripts I've also got written for the DB verse, which I'll run by you afterwards. There's a few character arc changes and storyline changes, which isn't it. The story we've already got, it still works. It's just swapping a few characters around and things. But I feel like we've rambled about a bunch of shit. So let's do that even more and talk about this week's news. Are you ready for it?
Let's go.
So this week's main story is confusing as shit.
Yeah, I read the title of the article, and how does that work?
Biologically, as BJ just stated, it makes no sense and shouldn't be
It makes
legal,
no sense.
but it's law. So let's get into it. Open the link. For fuck's sake. Okay. So the title of today's article, let me just fix my chair because it's too close to the desk. So we're stepping away from war, as you'd be pleased to know. I mean, I don't know. Some people might love the whole concept of death and destruction. But today, we're going to be talking about a story that was published 7 hours ago. And is titled, South Koreans become younger under new age counting law. What the fuck?
South Koreans should become illegal now. They are defying the law of biology and physics and whatever.
There's pictures of children, but it's not really an interesting photo, so they don't need to be put in the edit.
No. The stories I got, hang on. Oh, that was almost a year ago. But there's a feature story, and one of them is China crackdown pushes LGBT groups into the shadows. God damn, let them be themselves, please.
Bro. They gone into the shadows too. We might find them one day recording this podcast.
Yes.
So back to the story. This is by Kelly Nug and Yuna Ku in Singapore and Seoul? How do you say that?
I don't know.
Let's jump into this confusing as fuck story.
Yeah.
South Koreans have become a year or two younger as a new law aligns the nation's two traditional age counting methods with international standards. That's going to be so awkward for passports and everything, though. What age are you? When were you born? 1991. Okay, so you're this age? No, I'm not. I'm 2 years older. So you were born in 1989? No, I'm not. It's just going to cause problems. The law scraps one traditional system that deemed South Koreans 1 year old at birth, counting time in the womb. Another counted everyone as aging by a year every first day of January instead of their birthdays. Everyone has the same birthday according to this person.
Okay,
My brain already hurts.
I think my brain committed suicide. I can feel the blood flowing through my skull.
The switch to age counting based on birth date took effect on Wednesday. So, was that today or was that? Yeah, it must be today. President Yoon Suk Yeol pushed strongly for the change when he ran for office last year. The traditional age counting methods create unnecessary social and economic cost, he said. How? How? What? For instance, disputes have arisen over insurance payouts and determining eligibility for government-assisted programs. So, the rest of the world is dealing with it. Previously, the most widely used calculation method in Korea was the centuries-old Korean age system, in which a person turns 1 at birth and gains a year on January 1st. This means a baby born on the 31st of December will be 2 years old the next day. What the actual fuck?
So, what I understand from this is they're gonna celebrate the birthday of the little kid that has been born the day before New Year. They're gonna, I'm disappointed.
A separate counting age system that was also traditionally used in the country considers a person 0 at birth and adds a year on the 1st of January. That means, for example, as of the 28th of June 2023, today, a person born on the 29th of June 2003 is 19 under the international system, 20 under the counting age system, and 21 under the Korean system. Lawmakers voted to scrap the traditional counting methods last December. Despite the move, many existing statutes that count a person's age based on the counting age calendar year system will remain. Basically meaning big statue of Dum Dum who died 300 years ago at this age, he's still that age. For example, South Koreans can buy cigarettes and alcohol from the year, not the day they turn 19. Bro. What the fuck? Let's go to South Korea and buy alcohol when we're fucking still underaged.
I'm disappointed.
3 in 4 South Koreans were also in favour of the standardization, according to a poll by local firm Hankook Research in January 2022. Some, like Jong Suk Woo made it. We were just talking about Woo. Hopefully the change breakdown will help break down Korea's hierarchical culture. This is a statement from someone. There is a subconscious layer of ageism in people's behaviour. Ageism. Did we know that was a thing?
I did not know. Since,
This is evident even in the complex language system based on age. I hope the abolishment of the Korean age system and the adoption of the international standard get rid of old relics of the past, said 28-year-old content creator. Mandem don't know what he's talking about.
My man does not like relics.
My man don't like clutch powers. Not a lot of people do. Nor the Explorers Club. But another resident, Hung Yong Bun, said, I love it because now I'm 2 years younger. My birthday is in December, so I always felt like this Korean age system is making me socially older than what I actually am. But that's not how it works. It's not how it should work. Guys. He also stated, now that Korea is following the global standard, I no longer have to explain my Korean age when I go abroad. The 31-year-old doctor said, South Korea's medical sector has already been adopting the international age system. Of course it has. The traditional age counting methods were also used by other East Asian countries, but most have dropped it. Japan adopted the international standard in 1950, while North Korea followed suit in 1980s. But what? So it's taken them a year to be like, yeah, not even a year. It's taken them like 6 months to be like, no, this isn't happening. Actually, now that you think about it, this could actually work, so we're gonna do it. Why? I'm so disappointed.
Disappointment.
I don't know how I feel. So, what I'm getting
I'm
as...
gonna fucking slug a whole, what the fuck are those things called? Slipper? I don't know. I'm gonna slug those slippers across the face of the one who thought of this, because this is illogical. My brain is bleeding out.
To put into perspective, a Korean person, say they come to the UK, they're 20. Based on the Korean age, they're actually 22. And based on the other one that I forgot the name of already, they're 21. Make your fucking mind up.
Age counting age, whatever, or the counting age calendar system.
That must be so confusing though, when you're like filling out job applications. Say you want to work abroad. What age are you? I've got 3 options to pick from.
Oh my god.
Why?
This...
I can't. The math is not mathing. Let's move on to a slightly more hopeful yet depressing story. So BJ, are you ready to hear about the story of Vanilla the chimp?
I don't know, man.
Based on the photo that appears when you open the article, it looks like monkey see, monkey do, very happily everywhere. Now, for the younger viewers, probably not gonna understand that, but if you think about it...
You got it.
So there is a video, so I will put the video in the edit afterwards. So we'll take a brief cut in between. We'll watch the video. We'll record our reaction, or just talk about it after, because we realise videos and recording are a bit difficult at the same time, at least on this software. So
Apparently the software has a problem with it and
so
retaliates by not recording.
So do I. I just feel like my software is racist. As I stated, we had to get rid of 2 international stories last week because my software was like, nah, it's not enough storage for you to talk about those people from that side of the world. So, anywho's, a heartwarming video of chimpanzee seeing the sky for the first time after being locked in a cage for 28 years has been shared by a charity. Vanilla spent the first years of her life... Ooh, she's a lady. Vanilla spent the first years of her life locked in a tiny cage in New York's infamous laboratory for experimental medicine and surgery in primates. LMSIP for short. LEMSIP for short. Sorry, I said the abbreviation wrong. She was rescued in 1995 and sent to the wildlife way station, but all her homes had a caged roof. Are they trying to traumatize this monkey?
Yes.
Fucking despicable. I tell you, despicable. Well, the video was not what I expected it to be. It's just a montage. Just a montage of chimpanzees looking at the sky, running about, showing their asses off to each other, which I respect. 28 years in a cage. I respect it. So the article also reads, finally, after being rescued by Save the Chimps, she was able to see the sky. A video shared by the charity shows Vanilla and her friends, Shake, Magic, Jeff, and Ernesta. What fucking names for monkeys? Who comes up with these? Why not just Bob, Jeff, Jim? It's just easier. They're not gonna give a shit.
to shake the chimpanzee.
So the video shows them being let out into the sunshine for the first time. She was a little nervous, but the video shows the alpha, Dwight, encouraging her to come out of the cage. Even monkeys have support. Western agenda, man. The little chimp leapt into Dwight's arms. Immediately, she realised her surroundings and looked up at the sky for the very first time in her life. Her eyes were wide and she opened her mouth in shock, clearly awestruck by her new world. Vanilla and her chimp family... Oh. Vanilla and her chimp family now live on Air Force Island. Bro.
What the fuck?
They can't get decent pilots, so they get chimpanzees part of the Air Force. I think we've just got the title for the episode.
Yeah.
Air Force chimps. Love it.
Air Force chimps with naked butts.
They have a 3-acre island to explore and are free to choose where and how they spend their days. That's cute. I'm glad I'm glad there was a happy ending for Vanilla, because being stuck in a cage, man, how does that feel? Ask your dogs. And I'm talking about the animals. So how do you feel about Vanilla?
Other than showing off her ass, yeah, I think it's nice to see that she can finally get to see the outside world.
It's just upsetting that people are like, animals, let's keep them in a cage for 28 fucking years. Like, 28 years, that's like, I hate to say it, but that's a lifetime for someone. Any unforeseen circumstances, of course. But yeah, I'm happy for Vanilla, because everything except a minority deserve happiness. So, you go, Vanilla, rock this world on your fucking Air Force Island. Don't fly a plane, though. As I say that, there's a plane / helicopter / air thing flying over my house. Hi, Vanilla. But yeah, craziness, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So, as always, DB forgot to pick a post of the week, so we're going to take a 5-minute intermission. You won't hear this, because why the fuck would we record it? So, see you in a second. I counted up the wrong way completely. 3, 2, 3. French was never my strong suit. I also have a joke for you guys. Now, it absolutely killed BJ and myself when I heard it for the first time. When I told him, you might not have the same reaction, but why did the ducks get arrested?
Why?
Because they were caught selling quack. Ducks and horses, gotta love them. Bet the horses loved that. So, we hope you enjoyed our stories about the monkeys, the ducks, the horses. Oh, it's animal. It's a fucking zoo this week. So what animals have we talked about? Over the 3 episodes we've talked about bears, fish, dogs, horses, ducks.
And and the duck selling quack.
There was another animal that I completely just forgot.
Cow.
No, we haven't talked about cows. Monkeys! God, the whole last fucking section was about monkeys. How did I forget? Oh my god. There's a hedgehog too. There's a hedgehog just strolling along my back garden in broad daylight. Bro must have done too many spin dashes. Forgot
Too many controls.
Forgot what time it is. Anyways, so as always, post of the week is where me and BJ pick a post that we've absolutely loved for whatever reason from that we see on our Instagram feed. So I went first last time, so out of common courtesy, it is BJ's turn to go first.
Yeah, it's my turn to go first. But let me... Oh, the multi-window closed apparently, so that sucks.
God damn it.
I will now share the post to the call, and I will enter the call, and hopefully, yep, it's there. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so this post is from Sensei Stealth. He also makes the series Ninjago Eternity.
That is
Great series, I love it.
one hella good series, that one.
Yeah, though I cannot believe what he does to his Lego.
I know.
It triggers me, kind of.
It pains me. I stopped reading for a while because of it. But it is fucking amazing. Anyway,
Yeah,
this
it
post,
is.
a photo of this post will be on the call, not the call, the edit, and Sensei Staff will be appropriately credited. I remembered this time after 2 seconds. I'm getting better, guys. I'm getting better. My dementia's going away. Anyway, so why do you like the post?
Well, first of all, it is an anime Lego post, so for me,
Win-win.
that's great. The anime is called Jujutsu Kaisen, as Sensei Stuff put it on his post. And
I'm glad
Lego
he translated
minifigures
it, because I had no idea what it said.
Oh, it's right on there. There's the Japanese, and then under it is translated into English.
I'm glad he did that, because I don't know foreign language. As you could probably guess from story time.
Yeah. All these figures are, of course, bootleg minifigures. You got also Demon Slayer bootleg minifigures and whatnot. But the reason I love this so much is, first, the background is pretty well done. I like it.
What is the background?
You can see the background.
I can see. Yeah, I can see the background. It's red.
Black. It's a mixture. I love it. And then you just got Sukuna on the top, just in the same red color scheme, just laughing. And
Like the
then
horses.
You got Gojo. Yeah. And then you got Gojo, Fushiguro, and Itadori just chilling. Of course, Gojo is smiling. Fushiguro looks like he got out of a fight with all the blood.
He got better. He got beaten up.
Yeah, and Itadori just looks so damn happy. He got stars in his eyes, so that's how happy he is.
Just like Vanilla seeing the sky.
Yeah.
She's seen the
It's
stars.
It's the exact same look.
She's seen the stars.
To infinity and beyond.
I do have to say, I have no idea who or what the post. I mean, I know what the post is, but I have no idea who's on it. Thank you for giving me their names. I will not remember. But I have to say, it's actually a pretty good post.
It is. I love it.
Really? I wonder why it's your post of the week if you love it. But
that is basically everything I got to say about my post of the week.
out of 10,
So,
what would you score it?
out of 10? I would probably score it somewhere between the 8 and 9 out of 10. I'm not exactly where, but in between.
In between. Love that. Lovely, lovely. So, I guess it's time for my post of the week.
Yep, let me remove my post of the week from the call, and then you're good to go.
So this is my post of the week. I've gone for yet another simple post. You'll also be able to see this on screen just now. It is from Brick Legacy Ninja, one of the most amazing content creators that I've come across in the in recent years in the Ninjago community. His stop motion is incredible. His crossovers are incredible. His series in whole is amazing. Not only did it start off with Ninjago versus Mickey Mouse,
Huh?
it then went to another one of the realms, Ninjago versus the Avengers. I think Avengers actually came first, maybe. I can't quite remember. I think it came first. Yeah, it did. It came first. Then it was versus Disney. Then it was Ninjago versus Batman. Then Ninjago versus the Crystal League, which was it's just so good. And I'm gonna be in the next installment. Ninjago versus TMNT. I'm gonna be Acidicus. I'm so excited to actually be involved. We have another special guest.
Yeah.
So yes.
My dinner is ready, so I unfortunately have to go.
I'll finish without you then.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Go eat.
So, yeah, guys, listening to the podcast, I hope you have been having a great time so far, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.
Bye. Oh. He'll miss out on the chat with Zeal. How tragic. Anyway. So, yes, I get to be Acidicus in Brick Legacy Ninja's new stop motion project, and I'm so happy that he picked me to anyway. So the post itself is the hero suits for the ninja, which were the suits they wore in Master of the Mountain season 13. So we've got the golden armored ninja down the front, Zane, Cole, and Kai, and we've got Nia, Lloyd, and Jay up the back. It's just on a white background. It's just, I don't know, it's just really simple, and I just love it so much. So it also has Cole, my favorite ninja, right up the front. So, like, I mean, yeah. What more could I ask for? So, I would have to score this a 8 out of 10. But yeah, so that's it for Post of the Week this week. Mine is BJ. So there we are. Now it's time for an interview with one of the best people in the Ninjago community, SB Zeal. Now this man needs no introduction. He has been in more or less everyone's projects. But I'm just grateful that his voice for me and all my, more or less, most of my projects in recent years. And I'm just very grateful that we've got him on the show today. So, here we are. Here's SB Zeal. So we are back with the one and only SB Zeal. How are you doing, my man?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for having me.
No worries, no worries. Thank you for coming on the show.
So,
So, just for the small amount of people who don't know who you are able to give yourself a short introduction?
Hello everyone. My name is SB Zeal. For those of you who don't know me, I am a stop motion animator. Obviously not too big in stop motion. However, I am known within the Ninjago community as, I'm not even trying to say this is an egotistical thing, it seems more factual at this point. I'm known as basically one of, if not the biggest voice actor in the community. You may have heard me for voicing for people such as Micron Productions, Brick Legacy Ninja, and really those are the two biggest ones I think I've really voiced for. Everyone else, I've voiced for DB in the past as well. If you guys have not seen from B-Team stuff, I've voiced Lloyd and Kai respectively. I also voiced the main villain, B-Team. I don't even know if he's still around anymore.
He's TBC.
Yeah. But for most people who don't know what I do for voice acting wise in the Ninja community, I'm mainly known for the voices of I'm mainly known for the two main villains from the Island season, basically Chief Amatis, and from Seabound, King Kalmar. I could do a great King Kalmar.
Okay.
But most people in the community know me as the voice of Lloyd Montgomery Garmadon. So, as that guy, as the go-to man for Lloyd Garmadon, which is surprisingly when I say that now, because I literally just got the other day some lines to do for Lloyd out of nowhere. For some person.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I hate when that
You want me
happens.
to be honest with you, I don't feel like I sound anything like Lloyd, so I don't know if people think that I can do a good Lloyd, but for those of you who think that I do a good Lloyd, thank you very much for that. But honestly, I think I do a better Kai, because me and my Asian brother Vincent Tong, me and him sound fairly alike in some ways and some similarities, especially when it comes to Kai's anger issues. But I'm a channel with 555 subscribers, and I'm also known. If you don't know me from voice acting, you probably know me from making the Woo Crew, which is kind of like DB's B Team. Basically, it's the ninja. It's basically next generation developmental masters becoming the ninja students, saving the world, stuff like that. So, yeah, basically some similarities in that aspect. And that's probably like the longest intro you probably had for someone so far.
I mean,
that's the basic whole son of it.
I'm loving the energy. Just on that last point there about Woo Crew is kind of similar to B Team in many ways. We are actually working on a crossover, so stick around for that. It's so far
I will say this: we've made progress.
We've made progress, and the so far the scripts have had us dying with laughter. So
have you dying with laughter too when you see it all in action?
Yeah. So I got some questions from BJ. Obviously, he had to leave earlier on, and
I really wanted to talk with him because I feel bad. I left him hanging over for some lines from like several years ago, like 2 years ago, and I still need to work on the music with him for that thing that we're working on, that collab. So, yeah.
He doesn't hold grudges. He'll be fine.
Okay.
I've also got a question from Lunch Chase and a Lego Brick Studios 21. I think that's still his name. Probably changed last time I checked. But
No, it's still the same name.
That's fine. One of the questions is the same as BJ, so I'll just,
Yeah.
So we'll start with that question just because it's there. So from Lego Brick Studios and BJ, the question is, what made you want to voice act? Or did you just kind of try it one day and it just stuck? Or how did that happen?
So how I got into voice acting, honestly, I think that kind of came down to, because I've always wanted to do YouTube videos for as long as I can remember, seeing animators like D. Tenaglia and Amazing Lego 123. I mean, who hasn't because of those guys?
I know, right?
Such big influences in our and so much community here from Ninjago. I had always wanted to, because when I had found out that there was always opportunities for people to voice act, I always wanted to be a part of that, you know, because it's like, come on, it's D. Tenaglia and the L123, you know, and but when I first started my channel, it was just me and my relationship at the time working on it. What got me on, however, what got me into voice acting, I think, completely was basically there was this YouTuber. I think you know her because she voices a character in my series now, and she's gonna be in the B Team and Wu Crew collab. You know Stephanie, Big Shadow Ninja.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. She's a big, well, not really a big Ninjago YouTuber, but she's one of the biggest little shop YouTubers making a Ninjago in their community for Ninjago. And she was holding auditions for a comic club about dragons. I auditioned for all the boys, and I ended up getting the role of Blue the Thunder Dragon because she said that my voice was exactly how she envisioned Blue the Dragon in her dreams. So, and guess what? I guess that person exists because you're talking with him right now. And I had done lines for her then ever since, and then numerous more times in the past I started auditioning for more roles. It gave me a bit more confidence. I'm like, okay, maybe I could do something with this. I got in with more roles and more roles. My acting was terrible at the beginning, but it grew a lot more, where it got to the point where I realized I want to spread out more, not just in Lego, because I love, honestly, I love the community I come from here in the Ninjago community. I love it, and I love the opportunities that I'm given. And I decided, let me branch out my work more. And now I've branched out into Minecraft role plays and Sonic stuff and other 2D animation. And having all these works, not just Ninjago stuff, made me realize I actually want to pursue this. I really, really love this a lot. It's fun doing lines, speaking in front of a microphone, saying whatever the hell people wrote out for you to say for this character. And I just found it like, okay, cool. I think I may have finally found like my dream job that I want to pursue. So yeah, that's what I guess was going into voice acting, really.
Awesome.
Just doing it more.
Yeah. That leads on to the second question from BJ being, why did you decide to make fan dubs, and what do you enjoy most about it?
Fan dubs, so I have been looking, so basically, like I said about the whole voice acting thing, it leads onto it because I have been trying numerous times to do, to like see more. I was looking more into voice acting stuff, especially going into pro at the time, which I still am to this day. I hadn't known that there was a whole community just dedicated to voice acting. But the voice acting community, for whatever reason, a lot of them, they're aspiring young voice actors and voice actresses like me. They also want to go pro, but a lot of them, they just choose to do fan dubs. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, maybe I can get onto this. So I started off with the Southern community. I kind of found out really quickly that this community, however, it's a bit worse. Oh, surprise, surprise. It's a little bit more chaotic and intoxicating than the Ninjago one. Because these guys have massive egos. To think like they're the best voice actor there is for things, you know? And it kind of annoyed me. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me make a name for myself, start doing these fandoms for my own. Then build up more. And let me do some with my friends in the Ninjago community that actually want to pursue voice, that actually like doing voice acting just as much as I do. And we did it. And I started loving it because it's like, hey, this is not like the original voice actors from the show, but it feels like you're actually voicing these characters in the show, you know? It feels like you are that character, you are that person. And it's not the original voice actor. And it's like, and then you get the comments, the receptions like, oh my gosh, I would prefer you over the original voices. Like, I would want to see this if you were voicing this. And I'm like, damn, you know what, that really hit me. I really love that, and I've been just doing fandoms ever since, and ever since I've been growing more of a name for myself in the voice acting community. So it got me into doing more fandoms with more collaborators, and I'm just having fun with it because now we don't even just do like accurate line for line. Now we also do improv, improv, but just like make fun of shits and giggles and stuff like that. Oh, language, sorry about that.
Awesome. So that answers BJ's third question, which was, why do you love voice acting so much? And I mean, you've answered.
Yeah.
You spent about 5 minutes explaining that answer thoroughly.
Oh, sorry,
so
I love what I do.
so I don't need to ask that question. So I've got a question from Chase.
Okay.
It does. I just need to confirm one thing with you though.
Okay.
I'm writing saying that you are going to include Aaron and Sora in upcoming projects.
I am. Yes, I am, actually. I've been including them in three different projects, actually. It is for Woo Crew. Woo Crew's coming back as a reboot.
Love it.
My series coming out reboot. Aaron and Sora are going to be in it. And for Rise of the Ninja, Aaron and Sora are going to be in it. But the thing is, these are two different universes. Basically, the story with Aaron and Sora and Woo Crew is that it's kind of the same thing as to what happened to them in the merge of Dragons Rising, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, spoilers ahead right now, they don't have their families with them, basically. Aaron had his parents taken away from the merge, and I think Sora, ran away from home, I believe. So, in that aspect, it's kind of similar, except Sora and Aaron's parents, they're taken away from them. However, they aren't taken away from them like the way the show is taken, like the actual show is taken away. Like, basically, my main villain, Yai, his gang ended up killing Aaron and Sora's family, respectively, saying basically like, oh, they all ransom money and they just didn't pay the fine, so it cost them their lives, and they kidnapped Aaron and Sora, basically taking them hostage, basically. That's their story. And the Rise of the Ninja, you know how like the ninja are high schoolers, basically.
Yeah.
It's based off the movie universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron and Sora are also high schoolers, so they're basically students with the ninja.
Nice.
Yeah. And then there's like one more series, I think I said there was going to be like a spin-off. It's for my main series. It's a Clutch Powers series, basically. With him, Ronin, Scott, and Okino. I might add Aaron Sora in there too. So, yeah.
Awesome. That sounds really interesting, and I'm excited to see what you do with them.
Thank you.
So I've got a couple of questions for you now. They are very similar to the ones I asked Keaton last week because I've had so much shit to do this week. I haven't actually had time to come up with much.
I understand. Yeah, I'm going to be very busy very soon too. I understand that too.
So, obviously you're not as big in stop motion, but you do, Woo Crew, etc. So, when it comes to writing these characters that you've got and the arcs you've got planned for them, is there a character that you love writing for and you absolutely find it so easy to write? And is there a character you find really difficult to write?
Well, I mean, for running the series like Woo Crew, because Woo Crew, here's the thing, most of these characters, again, they're OCs. They don't really belong to me. They belong to my other friends.
Yeah, I get that.
And their personality, and I think you can relate to this because, like, B Team, again, you have Danger Bug in your team.
Yeah.
But everyone else is like your friends, other friends of OCs in the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those, to write them, their characters, is basing off your friends' own personality. Because again, that sick fig alone, or that original character is in a sense, it's your friend. It's just in the Lego form, basically. Yeah. So if you can take some of their personalities and write it out. For me, it's a bit difficult with that end because, like, I understand some of the people, like, I understand my friends, like, how they'll act to certain occasions, But I also want to talk with them because, again, no one knows yourself better than yourself. So it's best to learn how to write out a character that isn't yours by talking to people who actually, know themselves best. That's basically. For me, anyone that isn't Mayan characters are the hardest ones. The funnest one to write out is between the brothers Phi and Guy. Because I talked to a friend and one of my friends, and he says, out of all the characters in Wu Crew, we had, Zek.
Yeah.
United Studios.
Yep.
He's a fan favorite. But also, people say your character Phi and his brother Yai are also fan favorites. Like, Yai is big. Like, Mega. Man literally wanted Yai and Phi in his series. Phi is big enough because he's in, like, 3 different OC series that, didn't belong to me. And because he said, like, Phi has, like, the most completed character development I think I've ever seen out of everyone else's, out of the entire cast. That's the Wu Crew. Because it's fun to write that character aspect because their stories are it's so tragic between the Phi and Yai. Their brotherly dynamic, it's not really brotherly, it's more rivalry, but much passionate hatred towards each other, basically. They clash heads a lot, and basically it comes down to the fact that, well, their father wasn't really the best to them, specifically Yai, and he had a bias leaning towards Phi, which caused a lot of jealousy issues, basically, even though Phi did his best to care for his brother when he knew, like, his brother had no one else that would love him. It still didn't really change the fact. So Yai's hatred personality, it's just fun to write him out because he just yells, and and again, what makes it unique is that he speaks a different language. They speak a different language,
Yeah.
It's fun to have the dialogues for that. And now I have, like, for Wu Crew, I have co-writers to help me write the series. Like how you have BJ to help you write BJ. I have other co-writers, too, for Wu Crew. And I say, every time I say this in the script, I say, leave any interaction, like, you guys can write anything out from the rest of the characters, but leave Phi and Yai to me, okay? And then there's nothing on the script. But that's because I know exactly in my head how I want them to act and what I want them to do whenever they're around each other. And when Wu Crew comes out, it's going to be a lot more tensions that I think will make you guys love the dynamic.
I do have to say, I absolutely love how they switch between the 2 languages. It just makes it unique, and it's very well executed.
Thank you. A lot of them are from, like, written up from, like, Thai shows that I watch in Thailand. But it's funny because, because Thailand is known for, like, the most, like, we're known for, like, the land of smiles, the kindest people out there.
Yeah.
You watch a Thai soap opera.
It's the complete opposite.
It's like that they just define the opposite. We're not the land of smiles, we're the land of literal toxicity. I don't care if you're my half brother. I don't care if you're my family. I don't care if you're my wife. I don't care who you are. It's just unfaithfulness. It's all over the place. And I hate you for it. And I'm gonna hate you until one of us dies.
Thai shows.
One of us goes to jail.
Thai shows sound like they've got better writing than, like, just American shows, and
I think a lot of Asian concepts are better than, honestly, anything that isn't, like, even British ones I think also have better writing from America's too stuff. I mean, for crying out loud, The Office came from the UK.
Yeah.
America adopted it,
Yeah.
Like, and Lord of the Rings, or Lego Hobbit, Hobbit.
You forgot it wasn't a Lego franchise for a second.
I meant Hobbit and Harry Potter. I was thinking too much into Lego, just, we're Lego friends. Lego YouTubers. But yeah, that's what the most funnest parts. The most funnest characters to write out are basically Phi and Yai, and any of their other siblings, because they have their family, because their family is also, like, very important to their story. Right? They're very fun to write out, and there's gonna be more of them coming in. The hardest ones are gonna be anyone that doesn't belong to me, because again, they're their OCs. I don't know how my friends want them to be, like, portrayed in the story. So yeah. That's why I let them have free range of their characters and their interactions.
That is good to know. So I guess, leading on from that, when it comes to actually making, like, stop motion and things, what would you say is the hardest part, aside from writing the characters? Is it like trying to get the correct lighting, getting lines?
Honestly, the writing itself is like it's the easiest. To some extent, it's easy. It just for me, the only problem I have with writing, it's like it's trying to explain what's going on within the journey. Basically, I know everything that's going to happen at the beginning and at the end, and I know some bits that are going to happen in between, but I don't know like how to combine all that together. You know?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I struggle when it comes to writing. However, if it comes to animation alone, the hardest ones for me are basically any fight scenes because I don't write out my fight scenes because I have no idea how to write out a fight scene basically like when it comes to like basic like writing script, you basically write down like dialogue and other actions, like what they're doing, like walking around trying to grab something, you know.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to fighting, you have to say, oh, he's blocking. Oh, like this character's going in for a punch. He blocks. The other character comes in blocking it. Comes in and swinging on the other end. And then like you did like very specific. Like I was writing the script with my other friend, maybe like a year or two ago, and we were writing a scene between Lloyd and Mr. E. Writing out a scene between those two. They were basically fighting, and my friend, he's opposite of me when it comes to writing. It's just a fighting. He writes out the fight scene, how they're gonna go. So he says like, "Oh, Lloyd sheaths out his sword," and I'm like, "What does sheath mean?" It's like, you know, like the sound like they make like the shing when they pull the sword. Like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm like, for me, it's fight scenes because I don't write out the direction like how the fight scenes are gonna go. I know how like they're gonna end in by context, so I make most of the fight scenes kind of fairly evenly matched. That's why. They happen.
I can relate to finding fight scenes pretty hard. Writing them, it's a lot easier for me personally. Because if I ever, like, when I get a mind blank sometimes, I just watch, like, different clips from different movies and try my best to incorporate some of the actions into the fight. But it's actually trying to animate the actual fight, like trying to have the two characters moving at once, you know, it can be tough. And I have huge respect for people like, for example, Spinjitzu Master Falcon. I don't know if you've seen him.
Yeah.
I have massive respect for how he's able to pull off fight scenes as well as he does. I can't. I watch them and I'm in complete awe. Like, I just don't get how he's so good. So, final question, because we've been going on for a little while now, and I know you've probably got places to be.
No, I'm fine. I have like another 50 minutes to an hour or so, actually.
So, obviously you touched on Woo Crew, and you've got all this stuff planned. You also touched on other projects. Is there anything that you could possibly reveal just now, or maybe give a short sneak peek to some of the listeners?
For the listeners, I don't necessarily. I can just tell you, I don't really have anything to really. For a sneak peek, I believe I did show DB, and when we were doing a BrickCon 2023, about like a few weeks ago back, and on TG's channel.
I'll link that below.
Yeah. I had shown like a clip for a future video. It's an extremely belated birthday video because the birthday video was meant to be for May. It's now June. So, but that's because I haven't finished writing the script for it yet. I'm doing the majority of it, just not the whole thing completely. However, but it's not a bad thing. Other than that, it's meant to be a very funny video. I have that. I might upload that sneak peek very soon though. But Rise of the Ninja is coming back. I have what lines for Cole done. I told my new J voice actor to come in and do the lines. DB, I'm probably going to have you come back right now as Zane, so I'm probably going to send you the script for that thing.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, then we're getting back with every direction of when that ends. Woo Crew. I'm filming because Woo Crew's reboot is a bit different. I'm right. It's mainly the first episode is basically the same as it was at the beginning, except part 4 of it is changing. And right now I'm refilming part 4, but instead of like splitting the episodes into parts, I'm just merging it all together basically at this point, because I realize not that it takes more time to do the parts, it's just that it's, how do I put this? It's I'm a very lazy person for as much as I'm a very creative one. So that doesn't really help too much. I'm very creative, but I'm also very lazy. So I need to kind of work down on the workload a little bit. So yeah, I'm trying to balance that out. That's why I'm like doing full episodes, no more parts,
Yeah.
But what's it called? And then my main Ninjago series, I am so excited to get onto that. I will actually definitely show a sneak peek, maybe within the next week or so, maybe like very soon. I just need one of my lines from my Zane voice actor, and we can get things started on that, because I have nothing from him yet. And after that, yeah, I don't really have much to show other than to say that I have basically 4 Ninjago series, basically coming out, mainly 3, but there's one spin-off, which I mentioned, the Clash of Powers thing. And you're going to enjoy, all of you, I'm pretty sure, are going to enjoy all of them.
Always.
We'll probably set up specific days of the week on when the episodes will be uploaded. Like Woo Crew Wednesday. That sounds catchy.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have much else to say on that end, though.
Well, thank you for coming on and talking to us about what we just talked about.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate you taking time out your day to jump on here.
Of course, I definitely appreciate you asking if I want to be part of this.
I will link your Insta and your channel in the bio thing below so that people can check you out.
Alright.
It's not really got anything else to say, really. BJ is pretty upset that he missed it, but I mean, we can. Who knows? We could have.
BJ Ryan, shout out to you, man. I'm sorry. We could have probably later though. We will definitely get to.
Who knows? We could maybe have a reappearing guest one day, which would be pretty awesome.
I would love that completely. Then we can talk about other things.
But saying that, thank you very much, Zeal, for coming on. I do appreciate it. Everyone, go check out Zeal's projects, and if you like the sound of his upcoming Ninjago and Woo Crew things, please subscribe to his YouTube. And
Thank you. And
yeah.
Stay tuned for both of you. Subscribe for me definitely, because Woo Crew and B Team collab.
I know,
It's gonna be big.
you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, none of us do. I will also be saying. Oh, I also have one more thing. I am working on comic dubs for a very special Ninjago one, Ninjago the Phantom Ninja. So stay tuned for that. I just need a J voice actor, and we should be good for the most part on that end. And so stay tuned for that, because it's going to be a very, if you guys have read the comics, like Ninjago comics, the official ones from way back in the day,
Yeah.
then it will bring you a lot of nostalgia, especially with voice actors, which makes it more fun to the story. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Zeal, again. And
Welcome. Thank you for having me again.
peace out.